Alright, y'all, let's talk about PvP. I'm seeing on like Instagram and TikTok a lot of ranked matches are only at like 3 bars of health and 4 bars for more powerful characters. Which, yeah, to like the normal person it looks fine, but to a Sparking Zero player, you would know instantly like, oh shit, he's not using this. So, let me teach y'all a couple tricks that I didn't know about at first, but that honestly helped me get to A rank. Number 1 is do the tutorial. Like, I know it sounds cringe or cliche, but the tutorial in this game is very expansive and has very helpful info that you need if you're going to be playing online a lot. You might think that you're good enough because you played the prologue tutorial with Goku and Vegeta, but no, my friend. Even the main campaign like kind of requires you to know what you're doing at times. And on the topic of the campaign, if you had a hard time on grading Vegeta, like the tutorial is perfect for you. Like, take that as your cue to just get out of story and go do that ASAP. Because what's with the tutorial as well is perception. Use perception anytime you can, dude. If you don't know what this is, it's a mechanic that can and will get you out of a lot of attacks. If you have at least 2 skill numbers, you can press down R3 on your controller, and your character will do a counter attack. But be mindful that this can be countered right back at you. Alternatively, you can also just hold down the circle button on PlayStation and your character adapts a pose that will automatically counter any strike that you get hit with. Alternatively, again, this is my favorite use of perception. Boom, right out of the trailers, bruh. Now with this little trick, you do need 2 skill numbers when a beam is coming toward you. You just need to hold down perception with circle, and it'll knock it away like it's special beam cannon. And it looks cool, bro. Like, every time it looks cool. And with how fast-paced the game is, there are going to be times where you do have 2 skill numbers, but you don't think to use it. You just instinctively guard or try to vanish. If you need to go through the tutorial twice to make sure you get everything down pat, do what you can. I had to go through it like a couple of times, like all the way through to make sure that I got everything. And I still have a hard time trying to like use all the mechanics in a match. Number 2 is capsules. Another thing I like to tell everybody that plays this game is take advantage of the capsules. Like, these are all pretty good, and with the right ones, you can make some pretty crazy builds. But something I'm seeing is that people aren't aware that you can use capsules online. Guys, if you just go down, you'll see reflectability items is automatically turned off. Go ahead and just bump that up 1, maybe 2. I play with this on all the time. I don't know what auto really does. I've never really tested it out, but I always make sure I switch it to on. Because every time that you turn it on, it seems like the game turns it off by default. So just go ahead and make sure that you're turning that on. Number 3 is, unfortunately, you gotta follow the meta if you're gonna keep up. I know it's abandoning my pride as a man, but my pride as a warrior has been tainted for far too long on ranked. I'm tired of losing. I absolutely love Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, mainly because I can get back at these tryhards. It's not that GT Goku was bad, he did get me up to B5, it's just I can feel the difference in power when I was playing with him versus when I play with Gogeta. And there's a lot of really good characters so far. Like, I'm seeing the same handful of characters in A rank. I'm seeing a lot of Hit, I'm seeing a lot of Ultra Instinct Gokus, seeing a lot of Gogetas, seeing a lot of Vegetos. Like, you just see everybody, dude. And the problem is, people were hyping up how this game has like close to 200 characters, but you will see the same 15 over and over and over. If they do release a balancing patch or like a nerf or buff patch, they need to make the weaker characters just a tiny bit more powerful. But hey, that's what the capsules are for. Another thing is turning off the assists in the settings. Now, when you first turn on the game, it's going to ask you a bunch of options, whether you want to turn on combo assist or guard assist or recovery assist. Now, naturally, you're going to keep that on. It's on by default. You're just going to keep it on because it's like, oh, I don't know how to play the game yet. I kept it on, and I noticed a big difference in gameplay because you have more control. With the guard assist, the game was forcing you to use your key sometimes and was also forcing you to use your skill numbers sometimes if you had it. And combo assist, it'll just put you in positions where more often than not, you're all out of key and now you're just in front of your opponent. They're ready to counter you because the game assumed you wanted to chase after that knockback. Yeah, and guys, don't be ashamed. Like, if you do resort to using Ultra Instinct Goku or Jiren or Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, don't feel bad. Like, they're in the game for a reason. Personally, I've been using Gogeta more than I've been using GT Goku. I'm trying to learn his combos rather than just like overpowering my opponent. Like, I want to look cool while I'm overpowering my opponent. So, I mean, I'm just keeping Gogeta as like the ranked character. Hit is really good for anyone watching. Like, if you're like on the fence about Hit, I highly recommend it. I'm not really a fan of him, but his moveset is really good and he does crazy damage. It will take some time. Like, the game is fresh right now. The game technically isn't even out yet, actually. Comes out tomorrow as of this video, so yeah. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you think ranked mode is fair, and if you think like the whole like power scaling characters thing is fair. Personally, I think it makes sense, but in like a gameplay fashion, I dislike it. But at the end of the day, it makes sense. I can't hate on it. And let me know if this video was helpful, if you learned something new, if you didn't know about these things. Perception, I have to say again, is probably the most important thing that you need to get down pat. The Sonic Sway especially. I didn't mention the Sonic Sway. That's just more so like pressing perception the moment that you're about to get hit. It has really tricky timing. I don't think you can do it consistently purposely. Every time I've done it, it's been accidental. But yeah, that's all I got, guys.